We're back.
Yeah,
4 weeks in a row. We've done it for 4 weeks in a row. Those of you who said we wouldn't, we did it, didn't we, guys? Should we stop now, or should we carry on?
Okay. I give up now.
Carrying on. Wonderful.
Was that a practice?
No, we're live.
Are we?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
Okay. Let go.
People are
We're live now.
flooding in. Yeah. It will come up. Hello, people. Hello, everyone. We are unprepared as always. Jamie, do you want to tell everyone about your kit? Oh my god, are you just stop pigging your mouth?
He's hungry. Right. He's a hungry boy.
Yeah. Kit of the day today, guys, is the Belgium national kit. Is it the love one?
That's definitely away.
Away kit, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the love one. They tried doing it for like to show
It's for Pride,
thingy in
isn't it?
Qatar, didn't they?
Yeah,
Oh, this is the World
The
Cup.
Pride
What
kit.
you mean when they absolutely flopped out the
And
World
look
Cup?
who it came with.
Oh. Kevin De Bruyne.
Came with the KDB.
Definitely the best midfielder of all time.
Again, secret shirts. Get at them.
No, stop giving them free promo, Jamie. You have to wait until they sponsor us.
Maybe I already get sponsored by them.
Maybe.
You can push your Pokemon on here, but nothing else.
You push your Pokemon on here. Pokemon.
I'll do that one with Peak.
Oh, right.
Anyone in Twitch chat yet?
There we go.
Yeah, there is. I can't read the name because it's so small on my screen.
Is this beta squad?
Yes,
beta squad.
this is effectively squad.
It's not beta squad, but it's a squad.
There we go.
It's only a beta. It's only a beta squad when Aiden joins.
Whee!
We're more like the alpha. We're more like
the alpha.
Yeah, I'll be giving you the latest on the promotion game, the promotion chasing game, Blackpool versus Millwall. Millwall currently 1-0, scored in the second minute from a Tom Bradshaw shot.
Oh, Jamie, relegation's up. We're almost as good as Liverpool. Who the hell does Barney support?
He supports
Wait,
FC Groningen.
Who?
FC Groningen. They're in the Dutch league. He's from the Netherlands. Yeah. So, how is everyone doing? By the way, Jamie or Jake, did either of you put the agenda in front of you?
It's the recap of last week.
Woo!
Yes,
I know it's the
yes,
recap of last week.
And then it's the top 5 teams who won the Premier League.
Yeah. Go on, Jake. Tell them what we're doing.
I have packed 4 team of the seasons, just to let you know.
All right, Jake, shut up about team of the season, and I haven't even opened the pack up.
Someone asked me a question in your chat, I replied.
Wow. No, I didn't mean it in that way. I mean, I forgot team of the season was out. But yeah.
But no, so we'll recap the last games from last weekend and the midweek games, and then we'll be going into the top 5, and we'll be doing a new thing head to head, and then we'll be going quick fire the games for this weekend and midweek.
Yeah.
There's some midweek games.
Ginge, could you please explain to us what the head to head is going to be?
I will explain in good time though. I will explain that later on when we get to that section. So, make sure you stick around for that because that is going to be beautiful. And it is a way where you're going to see two of our co-hosts going head to head. That's all I'll say for now.
I think we should change it every week. Different people do head to head.
No.
No, because it's going to get boring if it's just...
This is me versus you, Jake. You are going down, mate.
It's an ongoing competition. Right, anyways, let's kick it off as we always do with the recap of the last week, sort of going over the big games, the big things that happened. Maybe we'll do it team by team, I'm thinking a little bit. So rather than talking just about Arsenal-Southampton, we'll also talk about Arsenal-Man City.
No, I feel like we just go up from the games.
Go up? All right, we'll go up.
Yeah.
All right, well...
Because some teams won and lost, like...
It feels like a lifetime ago now, and I'm sure it feels terrible for the Arsenal fans. They bottled it against Southampton.
No worries, Tyler. Yes.
As I say, feels like a long time ago.
I mean,
But-
they bottled it against Liverpool. To be fair,
No, because they still had control.
No. They've not won a game in the last 4 games. Simple as that. They have
Exactly.
bottled it.
So they
They drew 3 games in a row. They drew to 2 relegation sides. In my opinion, they bottled it at that point before they even went to Man City game. There's no way you can draw to 2 relegation battling teams and then go to the best team in the league.
Yeah, I mean the Man City game was their chance to recover what they had messed up on, but
Everton's relegation.
We'll answer the questions in between sections, don't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, Arsenal, Southampton threw it away. It was almost a brilliant comeback though. I mean, with 2 minutes of normal time left, they turned it into from 3-1 down to 3-3, and then they hit the crossbar afterwards. Do you think we can talk about this in hindsight now? If Arsenal had scored that goal, they would have had a lot more belief going into the City game.
No.
Never gave them a chance.
They would never have given a chance. The Man City just too good. Man City just would have known.
You look at how City rolled over Bayern and how they've been rolling over teams recently, and even if Arsenal had gone into that and they'd won every single one of them games, I still think City would have absolutely
rolled over.
I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand that Saka has
dropped off.
He's not had a shot on target in the past 4 matches. It hasn't. I don't think he's even got an assist in the past 4 matches.
No, he got one.
Arsenal haven't won the past 4 matches. Oh, was it? Well, one assist in 4 matches, which is not like him.
Oh yeah.
But I know he hasn't had a shot on target in the past 4 matches.
He set Martin his first goal against Southampton.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he's not had a shot on target, and he's dipping form. That's coming hand in hand with the not winning in 4.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to ask this question. I just want a yes or no answer. Have Arsenal bottled the league, or was it never really theirs?
Bottled it.
Yeah.
It was always theirs. They were 11 points ahead.
I'm glad that we're all in agreement on that, because anyone who says they didn't bottle it is an Arsenal fan.
But then again, they could still win the league. Man City could still lose games. Man City could still get injuries. Yes, it's a very high, unlikely possibility, but they're still top of the league at the minute. Until Man City overtake them, Arsenal are still top of the league.
I will tell you now, as a Liverpool fan who has had this race for pretty much 5 years, Arsenal are not winning the league. City they are trained, they are done, they are in this position. They will not lose. Who's playing tonight? It is Millwall versus Blackpool. It's the most fun, entertaining.
Currently 1-0
Millwall. Moving on.
Let's go on to the next game. Yeah.
We'll sort of brush through a few of the boring results. But Liverpool and Nottingham Forest, we made it difficult. But it was nice to see
I
us
thought
winning.
Forest were going to do, you know.
There was definitely a chance that it could have happened. But I will say we were quite dominant.
I mean, there's always a chance.
Speaking on the last 2 Liverpool performances, we've had a lot more dominance in the actual game, control of the ball. A lot of that is attributed to Trent being in the midfield, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm loving every second of it. But yeah, I think even though it's been a close game against Forest and a close game against West Ham, I'm going to group these 2 in together because, both against relegation teams and stuff. We've looked dominant throughout. Got a bit of luck against West Ham for sure, because it definitely could have been a penalty on Thiago. I can see why it wasn't given, but there would be no complaints on my part if it had been given. But overall, 3 wins on the bounce for Liverpool is a nice sign. Even if it has been against relegation teams, they were the ones we were losing earlier in the season. So I'm a bit happier. Jake, let's go on to you and Leicester.
First goal was a bit poor for us to concede. Tillerman's giving the ball away. Tillerman's been coming back from injury. It's not like barely passed the ball 5 yards at the minute, but that's just coming back from injury. He's not in form. But then, like I've said for the last 3 episodes, play Iheanacho up top. Just play Iheanacho up top. He does so much wonders. Iheanacho plays Vardy through. We win a penalty. Simple as that. Vardy could have scored 1-on-1 with the keeper, but the keeper took him out. So it goes 1-1. Vardy goes off injured at half time, and Nacho goes up top, and we win the game. As simple as that. As soon as Nacho in that event against Leeds.
Oh well, no, we'll come to that in a bit. We'll come to that in a bit because you're both fans of the clubs. Interestingly enough,
it's a good win for us. I said we'll get a win up to in the next 2 games.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I know that was against Wolves, and we'll talk about the Leeds one in a bit. Vardy, before this week, had not scored since the reverse fixture against Wolves earlier in the season.
Yep.
He'd gone pretty much the whole season without scoring a goal.
He scored 1 goal in 19 games.
There you go. Crystal Palace 0, Everton 0. We'll just brush past that one. Brentford 1, Aston Villa 1. I don't think anyone.
No, I think we did say. I think we did say
I said draw.
I think we did say. I think the majority of us did say it would be a tough game for both sides.
I'm pretty sure Ginge went for a Villa win, didn't he?
I think I
definitely went for Brentford. I said it was going to be 3-3. I said it was going to be 3-3, though, so I got the draw right.
I said it was going to be a good game, and it was, clearly. Because both teams had a lot of chances. It wasn't one team dominating, like the Newcastle-Aston Villa game the week before. It's actually a good game.
Yeah, and then the final game that happened last Saturday was Fulham beating Leeds 2-1. Jamie, take the floor.
I don't even know where to start. I just they can't do the basics. They can't defend. They waste chance on chance on chance on chance. The manager doesn't know what he's doing. I don't know. I don't have a clue why Willi Gnotto isn't starting, because he's the best player. He's been the best player this season. You know, his little pocket rocket, and he doesn't even get substitute appearances. He comes on for the last 5 minutes. Like that, what's that going to do? He needs to either be starting, or if you're bringing him on as a sub, bring him on 50 minutes. Give him not 50 minutes. Bring him on for the 55th minute. I mean, Fulham didn't do too much, but they didn't have to. They had 2 solid chances and they scored them. I mean, they had a couple of half chances, but we were just Fulham didn't even need to be in. They were in first gear the whole time. They didn't need to get out of first. We were just appalling. Like I said. That was a game we needed to win, and then against Leicester, obviously. But I fear for us. I think we're down, to be honest.
Well, I still have a little bit of faith in these to stay up. And talking to teams that have been down, I mean, I know they've had a better performance in midweek, but Newcastle versus Tottenham. Now, obviously, since this game has happened, it's been a little bit of a while. Tottenham players have said they're going to refund the fans for their travel up, so that's Harry Kane's wages got for the week gone, even though he was the only player that kind of performed. What did you guys make?
It's not even all of them. It doesn't even work out of that.
No, it's probably more.
There was only about 4,000. There was only about 4,000 fans there. They all deducted out of the wages, and it worked out as something like they'd have been losing after, I think, $4,000, but not $4,000 between them. It was something like $4,000 each that had lost off the wage for the week.
There you go. But Newcastle
between every player in that team.
Let's not focus on Tottenham being terrible, because we all know Tottenham are terrible. But let's focus on Newcastle and how good they've been playing.
Newcastle just both.
Do we think it's a guarantee?
Isaac,
Newcastle will finish.
They are guaranteed top 4.
Yeah, no, not top 4. That's not the question. But do we think Newcastle will finish above Man U? That is the question.
Yes.
I don't know. Man U still have a game in hand.
Yes.
And the 2 points behind.
Now, for those of you wondering why I've got a big smile. I've got a big smile on my face because I said that from the start of the season.
Isn't Man United got the harder running?
No, Man U have got an easy. They've probably got the easiest running in the league, I think. Well, they've got the next 2 games are not easy-ish. I think they've got Aston Villa and Brighton in the next 2.
Exactly, that's 2 hard games. They're very hard games.
Yeah, but Newcastle got to play Arsenal, Liverpool.
No, they haven't got to play Liverpool.
They've got Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea.
I mean, after watching, what a save! After watching City versus Arsenal, I just think, and it could be 5 without a win. I think Newcastle were that good against Spurs I know Spurs were that bad, but
Yeah,
I think they'll just roll them over.
I do think. Well, if you had to pick a team that's in better form, I would say it's Newcastle right now. Absolutely.
Yeah.
West Ham. They did a little bit of form. Obviously, they lost to Liverpool in midweek. But are they safe now, in everyone's opinion? Do you think West Ham have they done enough? I think
West Ham
personally, I know there was the bottom 8 teams that were in the relegation battle. I almost feel
it's
like
now 5.
It's a 5 now, isn't it? It's the bottom 5 now.
I mean, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, penalties Blackpool." Jamie Shackleton from Leeds giving away.
West Ham are only 5 points above the drop.
Yeah, but
I don't care. They've got a pretty easy run, and they've got to. Yeah, they've got to play Leeds and Everton as well. But I just think they are safe. They've got the best team out of the bottom 6, 7 teams. They've got the best team there. They've got the most squad. So it's easy for them.
Leeds Leicester. I'll let you two talk about your opinions on the game, really, because personally, I don't think Leicester played too well. And then this is the first half. I don't think they played the best, but I actually stopped watching the second half, and I got very upset because my bet got ruined. But yeah, go on, talk about it.
Me first, or you first, Jake?
You go first.
All right. Basically, there were patches where having spells. I think both teams were as bad as each other. Both teams played well in that match. I think both attacking, defensively, both teams were a bit shit. Only, pardon my language. Sorry. Don't know how it ended 1-1. Both teams again with the amount of chances that they had, no one could score. I was elate when we scored and we were ahead, and it was just typical giving up a goal at the end, as we keep doing these late goals, giving away late goals. And
to be fair though, the goal for Leicester was always coming. We were just piling on the pressure. Leeds tried sitting back, and then we just piled on the pressure, and we just end up bringing it back. The goal was always going to come because Leeds just kind of let us have the ball. They let Maddison do his work. They let Nacho on the ball. After we brought on Vardy and Daka, we was always looking like we was going to score.
It was, yeah, I agree. Like the substitutions that were made, they just want the right substitutions. And I mean, at the end of the day, Jake,
I think
Bandor Bamford's miss at the end. Yeah, a draw was a fair result, but Bandor Bamford's miss at the end was
Bamford's misses at the end. Oh my! How has he not hit the target there? That is.
Bear in mind, he's left-footed. How has he not struck it with his left foot? And he's gone with his right.
But Iverson, what a save though.
That's relegated as that. That's relegated as personally. That puts us down.
Then again, what a strike from Tillman before he got disallowed. What a strike!
Oh yeah, it was a quality strike.
Oh yeah.
I was about to, when I seen it going, I was like, do I turn this off now because this is going to be a shit show now.
As soon as I seen that going, as soon as I went in, I was like, we're winning this game. But then as soon as it went VAR, I think that VAR decision messed up the rest of our first half. I think it knocked the players back. That's why I feel like VAR decisions, because you have to wait so long, I think it knocks the players' confidence, especially if it gets overruled. And when it gets overruled out, I feel like the players' confidence is going to drop because, we'll just our chance. My language, but
basically, yeah. Basically, guys, it was a point was a fair because both teams were great attacking wise.
Defensively, it was a bit.
Keepers did the job, and defensively, both teams.
The Leeds keeper, what a double save! What
it was a good save on it. But he needed that. Do you know what it is? After the past conceding 19 goals in like 4 games. And not making a save, not making a save in these last 11 shots on targets, conceding 11 or what?
It's like
he needed a save. So
Iverson save before the Patrick Bamford goal. What a save!
Miss.
I'm about but before that. But what a save before that! Like he just pulled off like a world class save. And then on the other end, Leeds keeper makes a double save. One with his face and one going to stop in the bottom corner. It's like you can't really do much when 2 keepers are on form. The defense has gone shockingly, but the attack's really good. It's just all out brawl in the game.
Anyway, we'll move on to Wednesday night, where the main game of the night was, of course, Manchester City Arsenal, and
there was one shock of the game.
I just think it show there's still levels between Arsenal and City, and while City and Arsenal are in a title race, is that because Manchester City took their time to find their stride with the adaptation to having a real striker up front, and they found this new system obviously with the three at the back and John Stones in midfield.
No, City just have the squad depth.
Well, they may have squad.
No. You look at City's team compared to Arsenal. Arsenal have a very young team. Arsenal don't really have many players over the age of 26, if that. They have like 3 or 4. Well, you can't name them all off your top of your hit list.
Rob Holding, then you've got Xhaka, then you've got Partey.
Jorginho.
That's 4. That's it. That's all you named. 4 people.
I don't know how old Tommy Asu is, but yeah.
He's really young. He's like 22. That's 4 people you've named out the whole team.
No, Arsenal have got a young squad. That's why.
And then you go to Man City's team. They've got like John Stones, Kyle Walker.
So you're not saying depth, you're saying experience.
Edison. And they've got more experience because they've had players who've been like.
At the end of the day, nobody in this league is on City's level. Liverpool have done it best by running them so close, but even then, it appeared that they didn't have the capacity to be able to keep up with them.
It was a point away many seasons, but yeah.
I just feel like Man City have the squad depth. They have just too much. It's hard for people to keep up with it.
Yeah, it is crazy, and they've got that striker now, which takes them a level above. I know we've got a special guest.
Say hi. Say hi, wave.
Hi.
No,
stage fright.
No.
He's like, no.
That's the end. That is the most kid thing I've ever seen. I want to be involved. I don't want to be involved.
Yeah.
Chelsea, they're top half of the bottom half of the table.
Bottom half.
Yeah, they're top. They're top of the bottom half. They're 11th place. I didn't Brentford have one shot on target in the game, or did I miss? Did I get?
I think it was 2 in the end, but obviously, the first goal was a own goal.
Yeah. In other words,
it was. I think you guys called it. You guys called it. I said I wanted to believe in Frank Lampard. Yeah, because I wanted to believe in him. I mean, Chelsea were all over him. And
I said Chelsea as well. I thought this would be Chelsea's bounce back. I still feel for Frank Lampard.
I don't.
Because you were waiting for him. You were essentially just waiting for that win, that
comeback,
first win or even point, and it was just he just didn't. And
Chelsea
I thought you're at home, you're against Brentford and playing well, but
are Chelsea going to win a game this season for the remainder of it?
Yeah, they will win.
They'll win a couple.
They'll win.
But the thing is, I feel for Frank Lampard. He's coming to a team that doesn't have a striker. They've got no confidence. He has to then try build that confidence up and get him into winning ways. It's so hard to do when you have a 34-man first team, 34 first team players.
It's hard enough
to train them all
because he shouldn't have taken the job in that case. If he's not the manager to do it, he shouldn't have taken the job.
No, he was always going to take the job.
I mean, obviously he's doing it for the club.
The money he's going to be getting paid. Yeah, if he did well. If he did well and let's say beat Madrid and stuff like that, yeah, and went on a run in the Champions League, it rises his stock. Do you know what I mean? For other job opportunities. If he does crap like he has done, then it doesn't affect him because
he's just running for.
Potter couldn't get it to work. He was just going in to help out, and
I disagree.
Nobody could get a tune out of him. So it's win-win for him.
I disagree because I think personally. It just looks worse on his career because he's had his first spell at Chelsea. I don't think was the worst. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. Especially when he had the transfer ban and he dealt with that well using all the young players, bringing them through.
He got to top 4.
He went to Everton, and
I think that was the wrong move.
He just did not succeed there.
Everton was always on the decline there.
Yeah, but then he's now gone to Chelsea, and they were sinking, but it hasn't helped his career in any way. You say, oh yeah, if he beat Real Madrid and turned it around, but the odds on that happening were so slim that it probably wasn't going to happen. He hasn't got a load of people at that club that are bought into the history of Chelsea. He's got a load of new signings that don't really care as much.
But the odds were, you say the odds were slim. When was it Andre Villas-Boas that did it?
Mm-hmm.
Was it him that did it? He went in, same situation, except one just bit better in the Premier League. But pretty much same situation. They were 3-1 down in the first leg against Napoli. So he had to turn that over. He didn't exactly have an easy run to the final and did it. So, the odds were still there. What I'm saying is it was a win-win. It's a win-win situation for Lampard. He was going to take it. The money he's going to be getting paid for being there and trying to help out his boyhood team.
Yeah.
If he does well, even if he gets knocked out but gets a couple of wins in the Premier League before he came in, but when he comes in, it rises his stock because he was able to do something that Potter was able to do. Yeah. So that's a win. That's a winning situation for him. But if he doesn't do well, they're not getting. You have to look. They're not getting battered. They're not getting slammed 4-0, 5-0. They're only 1-0 and 2 losses. That's all it is. 1-0, 2-0, and there was the 2-1, maybe 3-1. I think it was.
I mean,
loss.
2-1.
They're not getting battered. It's the same. It's he can walk away and say, well, he tried his best. He didn't do any better than what Potter did, and Potter will get a job. There's still Premier League teams that are after Potter. Do you know what I mean? Look, West Ham they were sign him as soon as he got sacked. Lampard won't get another Premier League job. His next job won't be a Premier League, but he will go to a Championship team or a Scotland. He'll get Rangers or he could go to Europe and try and do what Stevie G did.
Oh, well, I mean, maybe Scotland is a good idea, to be honest. Going up to Scotland. Or,
I can see him go to Celtic or Rangers.
Yeah, anyway, moving on. Nottingham Forest were a big shock. And that definitely helped them.
I think it was unfair on Brighton, because Brighton got one less day to rest than Man U.
Okay, but I know what you're saying.
Because Brighton literally had 2 days. 2 days to prepare for this Forest game and recover from an extra time game in the FA Cup. Whereas Man U got an extra day, then got to play Spurs.
Yeah,
why couldn't one of the other games get swapped?
Yeah, but
all the other teams played on the Saturday or the Sunday.
That's football. Football.
But I'm just saying. Brighton were tired. Brighton were not the same team. They were too tired.
I know. And I get what you're saying, and definitely it was a good time for Nottingham Forest. But realistically, it's the what you're saying, Jake, is literally the downside to being successful. The more games you win, the more games you're going to have to play.
Yeah.
So and Brighton this season haven't had European football. Well, they're looking very likely, obviously, to have European football next season. So that's something that you got to consider, and that's also something that made Leicester struggle, wasn't it? When after they won the league, was the Champions League and the Premier League. It takes a toll on teams. So Brighton, yes,
we just didn't invest enough. We didn't invest.
Well, there was that as well, but
we should have brought a few more players. We didn't. We brought like 2-3 players and went, "Oh, we're ready for the Champions League." We were nowhere near ready for the Champions League. Yes, we did well, got to the quarterfinals, but if we brought a couple of more, we could have done better in the league and done better in the Champions League that season. But we didn't spend the money. We brought like 2-3 players off the top of my head.
Yeah, I remember you got Slimani. That's about it.
Can I have
And Wilfred.
You off ski for a minute, Jamie?
Just 2 minutes, yeah.
Yep. All right.
We'll finish up these games. There's only 3 games left.
Yeah. That one? No, that's
we'll start from the top and go down.
There we go. Right. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll sort of breeze through these, Jake, and then maybe we can do some questions while Jamie's gone. So, people, if you have any questions, send them into the chat. Let us know. Put your opinions in, and we'll answer them and see if we know anything. But yeah,
Newcastle Everton.
Newcastle smashing it.
Everton are just appalling. I like I said to my friend today, I think Everton are going down, and Sean Dyche will bring them back up this year. I think Sean Dyche has accepted it. I think he's gone into that owner's room now and gone to him. We're getting relegated. There's nothing you can do because they're not performing.
Yeah,
Calvin Lewin keeps getting injured.
Well, he played.
They're not going to win many games. They're not going to lose many. They're going to lose a few of the players. They're not going to lose all the players because all the players are not on that much money anyway. Calvin Lewin might go, but then who's going to want an injury-prone striker?
Someone will sign him. He will get signed. He'll probably go for about 30 to 40.
He won't go for that much because they'll be getting relegated. They'll have to.
Maybe all right, 20 to 30. Well, it depends on his contract.
With the financial situation, they're going to have to clear a few players out. But then I still think they're going to trust in the youth players to bring them back up, which I think Sean Dyche will do, because Sean Dyche has done that with Burnley multiple times with no money.
Yeah, he's a manager that works on low budgets.
I think Everton have done a good job because they know he's going to rebuild them, come back up next year.
Yeah, Southampton, Bournemouth.
It wasn't a shock.
Southampton, basically, all this was Bournemouth put a bit more daylight between them and the relegation zone, and Southampton, I think, have now confirmed that they are going down.
Yeah.
And then Spurs, Man United.
Man U bottled it. Man U absolutely
2-goal lead.
Bottled it.
2-goal lead, and they threw it away, didn't they? So, yeah,
I don't think they threw it away. I think Tottenham came out better in the second half, but Man U just didn't keep up with the pressure. Man U dropped off. Bruno should have scored. A lot of things should have happened. Fred came on, but Man U didn't play the part. It's like when the Arsenal second half didn't come out. Arsenal did not show up. Man U did not show up that second half. Man U could have won that game if they came out second half and put 15 minutes in what they did second half. They would have scored a third goal and that would have been game over. Spurs would not have come back. But they let Spurs have the ball, have the chances. Man U had a few off chances here or there, but Spurs were the better team second half.
Yeah. So yeah, now we'll take a couple of questions. If anyone has them, send your questions in. Someone asked me, Jake, this is probably not so relevant to you. Thoughts on Haaland, triple captain for FPL this week. I mean, if you haven't played your triple captainship by now, I would definitely say yes.
I can't get onto football. I can't even get on it, so I can't. I've not been on it for like 6 months.
Wow. Well, there you go.
That's why my team's not changed at all.
Yeah, I know. Jamie stopped playing it as well, and I think Aiden's semi plays it, but I play it because I've got my Tog Jamie lead and everything like that. So yeah, Haaland, I would definitely say triple captain. What else have we had? Jake, have we had any other questions in the chat on Twitch? You can scroll up and see, because I have my Twitch chat refreshed.
No, not what. Your local, so I don't think. I know someone said, "Do you think Everton's getting relegated?" Yes. That was earlier in the.
Well, let's have a hang on. Whilst we're waiting for Jamie, let's have a look at this relegation table, shall we? Have a quick look at. Oh, he's back. Never mind. But I think there's a chance that Everton stay up. Of course, it could be any of the bottom 5. But yeah.
I hope they don't. I hope they're good.
Yeah, well, of course you do. There's more chance of you staying up. Right. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to talk about our top 5 Premier League title-winning teams as we come towards the end of the title season. Arsenal could have been maybe considered as one of the top 5 if they had gone all the way with the young squad that they have.
No.
But that doesn't matter. No. I'm just segueing. Okay? I'm just segueing. But we are going to discuss...
And we're telling you, no.
All right, just shut up. I'm just segueing.
Right? Then you can start off on this one.
Oh, you want me to start? Okay. I'd just like to confirm that you both do have 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Christ with blood, thank you so much for the bits. I can't see how many bits that was, Jake. Can you tell me?
1.
Thank you for the bit. Right, so I've judged my Premier League seasons. I had 4 teams that were amazing, and then I picked one. My 5th spot I picked was more for the moment, and the season itself was amazing, and just it all wrapped into the final game. So for number 5, I went for Manchester City in 2011, 2012 with the Aguero moment. Obviously, I think that was obviously the big season for City and a turning point. And just the moment itself is the reason I picked that. In 4th, I picked Leicester and their title campaign in 2015 and 2016. It was very good. Obviously, the teams dropped off around them, I think, in that season. Everyone knows the teams that have been performing didn't perform as well. But Leicester showed great mentality, great spirit throughout the season, and to go from I believe we finished 15, 14, 15.
We literally just survived.
It was the final 5 games of the season. Leicester from the year before picked up their results, and they carried it on into the next season, and they really shone. So I went for Leicester in 4th. It was quite hard, the top 3, but in 3rd I went for Chelsea in 04-05, the season where they only conceded 15 goals. An absolutely incredible defensive record that any team should be proud of, and it's something really is in Chelsea's history. What's better than only conceding 15 goals? Not losing a single game, of course. So second, I went for the Arsenal Invincibles team. They were, of course, unbeaten. It pretty much is that. And the one thing that you can debate is maybe the top 2, because the number 1 that I went for is Man City in 17-18, their 100-point season. Because that is something that is, ridiculous. So yeah, that's my top 5. Jamie, stop jotting down my seasons.
No, I'm not. Right, so, I mean, it's hard to argue too much against what you've said, but I would go for... For me personally, it's the Chelsea's 04-05 for number 5. I agree with everything you said. I mean, conceding only 15 goals is something special. That is really something special. What am I writing in? Is that the Mourinho's first? Was it his first season?
First season, yeah.
Was it his first?
First season, yep.
First season,
first season in England, yep. And I mean, just what a team that was. What a team he built straight off the bat.
First
for
season.
me. For me, it would have to be the. I'm gonna have to go Leicester, the Leicester one. It's hard to put them in the top 3, but at the same time, they do deserve to be top 5 because it just how well they played. I mean, that team, it was built on a shoestring, and look at what they did. Admittedly, some of the teams dropped off and didn't play anywhere near as well as they should do. I mean, remember Tottenham coming 3rd in the 2-horse race. For me, 3rd place, it's going to have to be Aguero. Oh! I mean, you can't. It has to be a top 3. For me, it's there purely because, as a Leeds fan, screw United, yeah, and the iconic commentary on that final day and the way it happened. It relegated QPR at the same time as winning them the first league, which essentially set them up to how they are now. Yeah, but don't forget that. That essentially had a massive impact where they are now. But yeah, that's my 3rd. 2nd for me would be the Invincibles. Hard not to put them in the Invincibles there. Again, not losing a game, just grinding out results after result after result. And number 1 for me, the Chelsea 2014-2015 season.
Mourinho's
comeback. And it was his 3rd title with Chelsea, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
They were top of the table from day 1 to day 3. They literally were first.
It was 14-15.
From game 1 to game 38. The team that he then accumulated, a lot of the players that he'd special. And am I right? Was that not the season after they'd won the Champions League?
No, they lost the final.
And game 8.
No.
Was it? No, I'm not. I'm saying the season before was the one where they won the Champions League, wasn't it? And that's why they got back into Europe.
No, they lost the final to Bayern Munich. Because in
They won against
2013,
they lost against United the season before.
12 and 13 was the year they won it. 13, 14 was the year they lost it.
13, 14, they lost it. Right, okay. Yep. But yeah, for me, that team that was the last best Chelsea team. I don't think the team's been anywhere near as close since that point. Maybe when Hazard was around, maybe.
I'm sorry. I have to ask, how does Chelsea's team, like, in my opinion, I can't see how City's 100-point team isn't in your top 5, but also, how is the Chelsea team...
It's so hard to pick between... Look at the teams we've had.
Over 100 goals. I mean, over 100 goals scored.
Listen. Alex Ferguson won 20 titles. We haven't put any of Man United in any of them.
Impressive over years.
But they won three back to back. Now I got to put them in the top 3, but I haven't because
I was debating.
Bias.
Even
look, the 98-99 season, the treble winners. No team's done it since. I don't think.
I mean, no English team have Bayern Munich and Barca.
No English team has done that. Do you know what I mean? Like that should be that could be quite easily within top 5. But personally, for me, that is it how it is. I'm going off what I watched.
Fair enough.
And what my of what I'd seen, and you have to remember so there is bias, but that team that Chelsea assembled was ridiculous. For me, it was something special. But yeah, go on, Jake.
Go on, Jake.
In 5th, mine has to be Sir Alex Ferguson's last year in charge.
Wait, was that?
To win the 20th, 2013-2014.
The one where they robbed Van Persie.
Yeah, they just nicked Van Persie.
For him to end his career, what a way to end it. What a way to end your career as a 25-year serving manager is to win the league. Yes, the last game was the 5-5 against Romelu Lukaku, but what a way to end it.
Did he score 5 goals?
He scored 5 goals, yeah.
Didn't they go and sign him a couple of seasons later?
Yeah.
No, well, I'll be honest, he scored 5 goals. Then he went on pre-season with Chelsea, didn't he?
Yeah.
They played the Super Cup against Bayern. He missed the winning penalty. If he'd scored his penalty, he was only 19, I think. If he scored his penalty, they won it. He missed it.
Then Mourinho sent him on loan
so
to Everton.
then that was it. Then they sent him on loan to Everton, and then the season after that, they bought him. So Mourinho only gave him 1 game. Gave him pre-season, that Super Cup game, and then sold him to Everton.
And then let's not forget that Chelsea bought him back for 100 million a few years later, and then loaned him out. And then loaned him out.
And then sold him in. And then in number 4, after the Leicester season, I would put it up higher, but whatever we did was unbelievable. From the get-go, Vardy breaking the goal-scoring games in a row was phenomenal. Broke Ruud van Nistelrooy. No one's done it since. I thought Haaland was going to break it. He could still break it, but...
Oh, I don't know if he can this season.
I think he can. I think he's
he had a game where he didn't score in lately, I think.
No, he's not. He scored every game in the last 5-6 games, I believe.
But they've only got 5. They've only got 5 games left.
They've got 7. They've got 7. He could still score 11 games. He could still break it. In number 3, I'll go Chelsea when they conceded 15. Mourinho's first season in charge. Because what a title win that was to stop prime Sir Alex Ferguson from winning it as well.
Yeah,
prime
that
United
was right in the middle. That was right in the middle of the United dominance, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then in number 2, you got to go to the Invincibles. They're always going to be on the list. I don't think to this day we're going to see another Invincible team anytime soon.
Not with how dominant. I mean, even City being as dominant as they are, but how close the competition is between all the other teams. Yeah. I look. Other than United back then, there was only United they were dealing with. Liverpool weren't the greatest.
Arsenal.
Chelsea weren't even around.
Spurs weren't around. It was about Arsenal. Yeah. I was looking at Chelsea.
It was a hell of a lot. The golfing class between the top teams and the rest of the league was different. It was so much different. Whereas nowadays, I mean, look at the table. You guys know anyone can beat anybody on the day. Back then, it was something ridiculous happened for that to happen.
But Man U almost broke that Invincible game as well. Ruben Nistelrooy missed a penalty to stop.
Sometimes I think stars just align in football, don't they? And it happens.
I think the only team close to doing that would be Man City anytime in the next couple of years.
Thank you for the
That's
gift.
the only team.
Thank you.
If there is a team.
If there's a team, it'd be them. And in number one, it's got to be the 100-point Man City season. You can't overrule that. Yes, when Mourinho came back, that was a good season, but you can't top the 100 points.
Yeah. Jake, do we have the same list? No. Oh, we changed
I didn't put the Aguero.
Yeah, Aguero.
I put
same
Man
top
U
four.
instead of Aguero.
So we all, to recap, we all agreed that Arsenal Invincibles is the second best team ever in a Premier League.
United could have been on that list so much more, but football's changed so much since then.
Well, I think it's fair enough to have it. I had City on twice, and I think I felt almost like I shouldn't have City on twice. Maybe there's probably a bias on my part not putting United in.
You could have had United's 09, 08.
I think in all
honesty, at the same time, we could have put Liverpool in there. Liverpool season,
yeah,
that could have quite easily gone in there. Because you remember you won that against the City team. You won against City.
Yeah.
I think took it off City.
I think
a dominant.
I think the reason why Liverpool's team wasn't up there as much because COVID.
Yeah, COVID really did ruin it. I mean, we'd won the league pretty much. I think we only needed like two more wins or something by the time COVID came around, which was March. We were that far ahead. We were ridiculously far.
I don't think it was. I think it was closer. I think you needed more than 2 wins.
Oh no, we really didn't need many wins because City had a drop off. No, what am I doing? It's nowhere near it. It was that 1920. City had dropped off. Look, there's 18 points between us and City, and we most of our points dropped were after the COVID point. If I go, I don't know if I can get the fixtures up from that season.
Probably not.
Results. But Liverpool's season that year was incredible. There we go. 1920. That's funny. We lost to Arsenal at the start of the season. When was COVID? When did COVID come around? Do you know we also got spanked by City that season?
Yep.
Oh wait. Oh no, that was starting from the bottom. So look, we lost to Arsenal right at the end. So January, February, March. That was our first loss. In February was our first loss because everyone was thinking about us going invincible, and we lost to Watford. That was our down period in the season. We also went out to Atletico Madrid, I think it was, in the Champions League. Around that time. Then that's when COVID hit a week later, and then came back, draw, lost 4-0 to City, draw, loss to Arsenal, and then that was it pretty much. So, we were dominant in the league way before. It really wasn't much that we needed to win the league. Bear in mind, there was a 19-point swing. Or 18-point. But yeah, I wanted to put Liverpool's season in there. I just thought the moment of Aguero had to get a mention. Moving on, we have got a brand new segment. Which I know Jamie and Jake are both absolutely thrilled about. So, how this segment is going to work, I will get it up on the screen in a minute. I assign Jake and Jamie both a player or manager or team, whatever it may be, before the start of a week, at the start of the week, and they have the week to prepare an argument as to why their player is better than the other person's player. So, just before we get into this, Jamie, who is the GOAT, Messi or Ronaldo?
Do you want my competition answer? My honest answer.
Yeah.
The GOAT. I'm not really tricking me now.
No, I'm not.
The GOAT is Messi.
Okay.
Lionel Messi, he's a GOAT.
It's Ronaldo. Ronaldo.
It's Ronaldo. Okay. Well, the players that they will be arguing for today, Jake has to argue why Messi is a better player than Ronaldo, and Jamie has to argue why Ronaldo is a better player than Messi. Both of them have 1 minute to decide. Welcome back, Tyler. You may be a judge. I want the chat to judge who wins the argument, not who is the better player. Who wins the argument out of Jamie and Jake? They both have 1 minute to present their findings. Jake and Jamie, no interrupting each other in between. Okay? Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Right. I didn't even really prepare for this.
Well, Jake, we had a feeling you might. But there is also going to be a prize at the end of the year. At the end of the season, there is going to be a prize for who wins more. So I will be keeping score. And if there's not enough people in the chat, then I will be deciding who had the win. So, Jamie, starting in 5.
Are you timing?
Yep, I've got a timer. You'll hear it go. You can't say a word. Anything you say after the timer goes is cut off. So if you're about to say Ronaldo won this many titles and it gets cut off, it can't be taken into account. Yeah? All right, 3,
Okay.
2, 1. Take it away.
Ronaldo's done it in multiple countries, won multiple titles in different countries, different teams. He has more international goals than Messi. He's got 115 goals, whereas Messi's only scored 81, I think. Ronaldo has better leadership skills. He knows how to lead a team other than United. Leave that one out. His wife's fitter. His kids look cooler. What else? No, I'm lost. He's the highest ever goal scorer in the Champions League. 120 goals. Messi's only on 123. I was going to say Ronaldo has, but more mid international trophies, but that's not now. I mean, Ronaldo can cross, he can run, he can dribble, he can jump in the air.
That's time.
Dribble.
Time.
Do you know how hard that is to argue for someone you don't like?
I know, that's why I started off with this one. Hang on. Right, 1 second.
I'm looking at the stats and I was thinking, he's just still not better. I'm just sat there looking at stats while I was doing it thinking...
All right, Jake.
But I don't care, he's not...
Right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Why is Messi better than Ronaldo?
Messi had scored 5 goals in one game, which Ronaldo hasn't done in the Champions League. Messi scored 93 goals in a calendar year. How many of the goals has Ronaldo scored in a calendar year? Messi has won the World Cup, won the Copa America twice. That makes him 3 international trophies. He's won more Copa del Rey, more league titles in La Liga against prime Real Madrid. He's got more goals and assist contributions than Ronaldo in most of the seasons. He's got more golden boots. He's got more Ballon d'Ors. The list goes on. He was with MSN, but then you got to look at Ronaldo. Ronaldo had Bale, Benzema, and Ronaldo. But yes, Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar. No, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar scored more goals than Ronaldo in total. Messi is just a complete all-round player. He's less selfish than Ronaldo. Even when he had a penalty, he passed it on to Suarez, so Suarez scored, even though he could have literally scored it himself.
Wow.
I hated that. I actually hated that.
You did well. The first 30 seconds.
Can I vote Jake?
The first 30 seconds, you were solid. Chat, do we have any answers on who won the argument? Was it Jake or was it Jamie? I'll leave you a minute.
I vote Jake.
Jake, I have to say, you argued that first minute, half a minute, was incredible, wasn't it, Jamie?
I kind of ran out of stuff to say. I was like,
yeah, you got to space out. I think you both need to work on just stalling a little bit.
No, because you give us a minute. You're trying to list off as much stuff as you can in the minute.
Yeah, literally.
And then you just run out because it's like because you're doing it against someone that you don't like. It's like, oh well, what do I say?
Yeah, well, I won't always.
That's why I started saying Ronaldo's got a fit wife and he's got nice looking kids. Well, that just
okay. Well,
I'm weird.
I always take the fans. I always take the fans' opinions into account. We've got votes for Jake across the board. Jamie, I haven't seen your name mentioned once.
Thank God.
I
Thank
wish I had Ronaldo.
We,
I wish I had
we
Ronaldo.
can conclude
that one.
that
That is
Jake,
one I did not want to win.
you
Yeah,
have got
do you know what
your
it is?
first point
Do you know
of
what
the
it is?
season.
Who's the real winner, Jake?
Jake
Who's the
is.
real winner?
Jake's the real winner.
Ronaldo.
Who's the real winner, though, Jake? Yeah.
Jake,
No,
no, Jake's the real winner because he won the argument. Oh, that was good fun though.
Jake's not a winner because he took the L on having to admit that Messi is better than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Take that L. Look, hold the L, Jake.
I will hold the L.
Yeah?
I really wanted to argue for Ronaldo.
You might have got the dub. You got the real dub, yeah. But you take this mental L. Yeah. You keep.
Yeah.
Jake, I think the most concerning thing is you sounded convinced in yourself that Messi was the better player.
Nah.
I don't know about you, Jamie, but when Jake was speaking, he did sound like it sounded like he believed that Messi was the guy.
Oh, it had passion, didn't it?
He was on about the trophies won, the goals
so
scored.
many arguments for Ronaldo.
And
then when Chinch goes, when Chinch messaged me, went, Ronaldo, are you a Ronaldo or Messi boy? I go, Ronaldo. Goes, well, you're arguing for Messi. I'm like, well, cheers for that, mate. Cheers. I was like, why could I get? I wanted to argue for this one time.
Well, I did the same thing.
Yeah,
well,
you
I
just
didn't have
told
to
me
ask
that I
Jamie.
had
I knew Jamie was Messi all the way, so I didn't have to ask Jamie. But Jake, I want to say one thing. You didn't just, go and defend Messi. You attacked Ronaldo there. Yeah, you said why Ronaldo wasn't good. Which also, by the way, I will say for future weeks, is a valid tactic. If you want to dismantle the other person's player as to why they're not better, you can go ahead.
I generally thought we was going to do something like Bale and Neymar this week to start it off.
Well, no, I thought I'd start with the old time but make you argue against each other. And that was good. It was good. We'll have different things moving forward, though. Right, assume this in.
Games ahead.
Yeah, it's Champions League's not next week. The Champions League's not next week, is it? It's the week after.
The week after.
Yeah, okay, it's good. Right. Oh, but there is. Well, we got midweek fixtures though, so
yeah.
We're gonna do all the fixtures now. We're gonna quick fire them, yeah, and just sort of give. I'll ask each of you one. So like, I'll go, Jamie, you get this game. Jake, you get this game. I'll take this game, sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're each going to just go and say what we think is going to happen, not just
who's in the league, Man City, Aiden.
But who's going to score? Who's in the league? Oh, come on, Manchester City, of course. Aiden, you just missed out. Yeah, United are in the top race.
I had to argue for Messi, which I didn't like.
Jake won though. He argued it convincingly.
Yeah.
So well done, Jake. Take pride in it.
Maybe I did it on purpose. Maybe I did it on purpose.
Jake, as the winner, would you like to take the first prediction, or would you like to nominate someone?
I'll take the first prediction.
All right, Crystal Palace, West Ham. Tell us what's going to happen.
I think West Ham 3-1.
Yeah.
I think Palace are going to go 1-0 ahead. I think they're going to drop off. I think they're going to win the game, and then West Ham's just going to dominate them with the quality they have.
Oh yeah, who's getting the goals?
Palace will get Zaha, and then Paqueta, Rice, and someone else will score the third goal.
Wow. Whew. I'm pretty sure Zaha's injured. I don't know if he's back yet.
No, he's back. He was back last week. He was on the bench last week.
Jamie, you can take the Brentford.
What?
Brentford, Nottingham Forest.
So we're going a game each.
So
I'm going to go Brentford at home.
Yeah, Brentford, Nottingham Forest.
3-0 Brentford.
Yeah. Anything else?
2-1 Mill. Bradshaw just chipped the keeper. Tony hat-trick. Forest aren't going to do anything at all. I think they'll get a red card, and it'll be a 3-0. I don't know who will get the red card, but I think it'll be 3-0 hat-trick to Tony. I think it's just going to be a domination.
All right, and then I'll go Brighton Wolves then. Well, I think Brighton are going to quite clearly, but they bounce back in this one. They had a bit of a stinker against Nottingham Forest.
Wolves are in some part of form now again.
It doesn't matter about Wolves' form because Brighton are bouncing back. They're going to come through with a 2-0 victory, and I know for a fact that Solly Marchnet's one of them. I'm not sure who's going to get the other one, but that's what's happening in that one. Weirdly, guys, there's only 3 games on Saturday.
Yeah, because they're catching up on the games, that's why.
Yeah, Jamie's disappeared for a moment, but that should be okay. Jake, Oh, we'll skip Bournemouth Leeds. We'll let Jamie do that one.
Yep.
Do you want to take Fulham versus City? No,
Yeah,
that's good. Go on.
I think City's going to win 4-0. Haaland's going to get a hat-trick and De Bruyne's going to get a third. Haaland will break the record this weekend. Simple as that. Haaland's going to break the record for the most goals in the 38 game. I think he will break more goals than games in the Premier League.
I think I could agree with you. I certainly do.
I see him getting 42, 43 goals in the season.
Haaland.
Yeah, I see him
more goals than
Haaland, yeah. Quite.
he's easily going to hit 33, 34, maybe even more, like 44, probably more.
He's got to play
7 more games. He can easily get 2 more hat tricks, maybe 3 against some of the teams he's playing.
Yeah, Jamie, Bournemouth Leeds.
Big game.
Hart says 2-1 Leeds. That's Hart says 2-1 Leeds. Rodrigo and Willy Gnonto if he has the brain to start him. Bear in mind, Sinister is out injured for the rest of the season now. And for them, it'd probably be Tav. I'd put Tav down for a goal for Bournemouth. But Head thinks 2-0 Bournemouth, and it'll be a Tav and Billing.
Yeah. All right, I'll take on Manchester United, Aston Villa. Wow, that's a hard game actually to call, isn't it? Aston Villa have been in good form. They have. But I honestly do see Manchester United topping this one. It hurts me to say because I'd love to see United just throw more points away because it's the only way Liverpool have a chance to get in top 4. It's probably not going to happen. But yeah, I think Man U are going to win. I can see it being a scrappy game, but I can see it being 2-1 to Manchester United. And Rashford's going to net 1. That's pretty safe though. Yeah.
Jamie does respond out because my game's on Monday.
Okay, yeah, Jamie, you do Newcastle, Southampton.
I got 5 on it. Do, 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 do. 5-0. 5-0. It's either going to be Isaac or Wilson, I think. No, do you know what it is? I'm going to go 2 each, and we will go for a Fabian Schär header.
You're not going to Jacob Murphy?
Thanks for the gifts.
No. I think Isaac 2, Callum Wilson 2.
Isaac's been disgusting. I'm sorry. His assist the other day. Assist yesterday against Everton. And his goal as well. My man's finally picking up his form.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he's on fire. All right, I'll take Liverpool Spurs. Liverpool obviously won the last 3 games. We got a bit of form. Tottenham, of course, they'd find a little bit of a result finally against the top team as soon as it's right before the Liverpool game. But it doesn't matter because Liverpool are going to beat Tottenham. They're going to win 3-1. I mean, 3-1 Liverpool win.
With Ryan Mason in charge, I think Ryan Mason's going to do a good job with Tottenham. He did last time.
We're going to be 3-1. Trent Alexander-Arnold in the midfield is a cheat code. Konate's back. So he's going to absolutely snap Son in half every chance he gets, and we're just going to see an absolutely splendid performance. And you're going to see Darwin Núñez come up with a goal. Cody Gakpo's going to score in back-to-back games, and Mo Salah's going to net 1 as well. All front 3. Núñez, I don't know if he'll start, but he's going to score. I'll tell you that now. Jake, take it away with Leicester.
I think it's going to be 3-1. I think. Depending if Iheanacho starts, I don't think he will after picking up a little knock he picked up against Leeds. I think it's just going to be on the bench. We'll probably start Daka. I don't think we'll probably put Daka on the bench as well, but I think we should start him. Barnes weren't the best against Leeds. Coming back from fitness, Tete weren't the best. If we're going to start one of them, we'll start one of them and put Daka on the other. But I think Vardy will get a goal, Maddison will get a goal, and the third will just be between Vardy and Maddison. I think one of them will get a brace. Or Nacho, depending if Nacho starts. And then Everton, I think Mari Gray, I think he's just going to get a revenge against Leicester. I think he's going to get his goal. I think he did last time we played him.
Where's he gone? I didn't know he disappeared.
He disappeared. He just ran off. He's back now.
It's so awkward for me to mute. I have to mute Discord and mute my stream. I was like, I can't actually mute my stream because I have to mute Discord.
You're gonna get slapped by
Jamie's
Aston
just
Villa, man.
disappeared. Right, Jamie, you want to take the next one? You want to take Arsenal Chelsea? Because then it's Liverpool Fulham.
Aiden, you're gonna get slapped by Aston Villa, mate. Don't you talk.
Jamie,
He's here. He's back now.
Arsenal Chelsea.
Sorry.
Arsenal Chelsea.
Simple Simon, come to Twitch. Same name. Talk Jamie. Put in exclamation mark Discord, and it will come up with Discord. Go on, Jamie.
2-0.
Oh, Jamie,
I think it'll be
He said 2-0.
Martinelli and Jorginho.
Jorginho. Oh.
Oh, on the return.
Yeah.
On the return to the bridge. Oh, it's not on the bridge, but against the bridge. Sure.
Right.
Against Chelsea.
Your return.
Yeah, Liverpool Fulham. Yeah, I think I back us for a win again. I do think it'll be a harder game. I think it'll be 2-1. And I see. Do you know what? I actually see a Salah brace in that one. I really do. Just I can feel it. Oh, Jake, you get that Man City West Ham.
I think Man City 4-1. Haaland brace again or hat trick. Simple as that. Just simple as that. Haaland's just gonna score. De Bruyne's gonna probably score. Mahrez or Ronaldo. It depends who starts. You never know with Man City. They're always changing their team at the minute, because they have that many versatile players.
Yeah. Brighton.
Brighton's gonna get their revenge.
Jamie, do you want to take Brighton Man U?
Last game.
The Amex.
Oh, it's the last one. Yeah, shit. I was about to carry on. Yeah, Brighton Man U. Oh, this is the double game week games, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because there's the team.
These are the makeup fixtures.
Yeah.
It is 2-2. Blackpool, Millwall 2-2. What I realised was Blackpool are in the relegation zone and Millwall are going for promotion. Blackpool after this game have only got one game left, and they are currently, as it stands, they're 1 point away from out of the relegation zone. But the team that's at the bottom have 3 games to play still, whereas Blackpool and Millwall are pushing for promotion. 2-2 though. 2-2. I'm 2-0 Brighton. Solly March and Dunk.
There we go. Right, well, that's the predictions done. Guys, if you've got any more questions, send them in. I'm going to quickly answer a couple because a couple will come up. Firstly, wait. Man, you get battered everywhere they go. That's not a question. I just thought it'd be nice to read out. Who's the GOAT?
Ronaldo.
Gee, that's not what you said earlier. In fact, I have a whole minute of you saying why Messi is better than Ronaldo now, and I intend to use it. I intend to use that.
I just argue the other way around. I can argue the other way around. Ronaldo's better than Messi.
That is the only argument anyone ever has for Ronaldo being the GOAT. Oh, Ronaldo's better. Damn, thank you for the follow.
More arguments.
How you doing? What else have we got? Do we still think Arsenal have a chance of winning the Premier League?
There's a slim chance. Very slim.
I mean, it's still
5% chance. 5 to 10% chance, that's it.
There's still a chance. It's minimal, isn't it?
It's very minimal. It all depends. If let's say this weekend somehow Haaland ends up breaking, snapping his ankle or something, he's out for the rest of the season. Yeah. Then that's where Arsenal will have a chance.
But
one of their big players gets an injury. But then again, they've got Julian Alvarez who can then still score goals.
I was about to say, Haaland gets snapped, and then Man City go to their sort of old fluid attacking style where Alvarez steps in like the Aguero sort of role used to be, and then they just carry on winning games. And then Tyler asking, who's being relegated? I'll get these are.
I will still stick with my same 3 I said from the get-go. I think Southampton, Forest, and Everton.
Do you know what? I can't even. I swear you'll never see anything like this. You'll never see anything. Oh, I'm so glad Aiden's here right now. Hey, thank you for the sub. Oh, that's gifted by. Dale. Dale, thank you for the gifted sub.
I don't think Aiden's even here anymore.
Aiden's here. Please tell me Aiden's here. I'm sure
he's in mod list.
Yes! Come on! I swear you'll never see anything like this again! Thank you so much for the subload, Dal. Thank you. Yeah, relegation zone. Who did I say originally? It's you.
You said Bournemouth. I think you said Bournemouth. Jamie said. No. I think Jamie said Leeds.
I think Jamie said Leeds. His head said
Leeds.
He said Leeds.
You
said Bournemouth, and I said Everton.
I definitely said Southampton.
I said Leeds.
I went Southampton.
We went Southampton Forest as bottom two, then we all had a different third bottom one.
Do you know what? I think it's going to be Southampton, Everton, Forest.
Yeah, I will stick with mine. I think it still would be the same three I said.
Not the same order, but I think to get the Discord.
I think it will be them three. I don't know what order it's going to be in. I think it's going to be them three. We're going to get relegated. Like I said earlier. Oh my god.
But yeah, guys. I mean, if there's no other questions from people, I think that's just about going to do it for tonight. It's been a great little live stream.
The shortest one we've had. Normally we're going on like.
Oh, we've done about an hour and 15.
And 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Normally we're going to 10 o'clock.
Oh, I know, but we also start later normally.
Yeah, we normally go for like an hour and 40 minutes. I think the last couple have been, haven't they?
Hey, I think we done good. It's because we didn't spend as it should come up with a link. Jake put it in. But yeah, we will be live again. Well, we'll be live again next week. Firstly, I will be live again on Sunday for Liverpool versus Tottenham. And I might even do a stream on Monday night for Foot Champions because Team of the Season is out.
You want to do it before Monday?
No, it ends on Tuesday.
Ends on Monday night.
Aiden said to me Tuesday morning.
No, it starts at 8 p.m. tonight. It ends on Monday 8 p.m.
Oh. Well, that fucks me. Oh no, it's fine. Monday, I've got the whole day off on Monday. I might do a streaming today because it's bank holiday Monday. But anyways, Pro Clubs over the weekend depends if I have the time. Foot Champs comes first over Pro Clubs. Team of the Season's here. But yeah, we will get back to doing Pro Club streams when there's not so many Liverpool games. Probably in like 2 weeks. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for all the gifts on TikTok. Thank you for the subs and the follows on Twitch. It's been a pleasure as always. And until next time, bye.